Anyway, so and then the thing I'm the most freaking annoyed about, and reading deprivation. Yeah, let's all stop reading, guys. Let's have a week of no words on paper whatsoever. On screen either. I have an iPad, so no reading whatsoever. Yeah, good for you. No fucking way. Absolutely not. No way. So, I read this chapter, of course, and while reading it, I have the big rejection coming up. No way. And I read it, and then I come to the point where the author is covering her ass again. And she's actually explaining the information is inevitably relayed in a withering tone that implies I'm an idiot child, an artistic flake, unable to grasp the complexity of another life. I just listen. So basically, a student of her start to complain that she cannot stop reading because she has duty, obligations that force her to read. And she says she just listens. So is she listening, or is she acknowledging, or is she doing just exactly what she did here? Judging. Because when you actually, the thing is, that person is talking about themselves. Because that person is actually talking about duty, about obligations that involve reading, about themselves, personally. They don't actually make a judgment about the author, right? I mean, when I say absolutely not, I was talking about reading deprivation. I wasn't talking about the author being an idiot for mentioning that. I wasn't talking about the author being artistic flakes, or I didn't even assume the author didn't grasp the complexity of another life. I say absolutely for me, as a person who has to read stuff. So, in that regards, that sentence here, where the author is actually telling that the author is actually telling you what the person thinks. That's another red flag to me. That's actually another toxic things. It's like, did the person call you an idiot to your face? Did the person call you an artistic flake? No, they probably didn't. I don't think they would dare. Even if they had been working on their honest change, I don't think they would be that bold. So, there is a list of what you can do if you're not reading. I'm gonna tell you after that my existential reason why I'm not gonna do that. Stop reading, and I'm going. So that's okay. Let's do it now. Actually, let me be that student that says that she's busy, important, that they need to read. So first of all, I'm doing book reviews on this channel now. I would definitely have to read to do book reviews. I mean, I could skip for a week. It's not gonna, there is almost nobody watching those videos. Anyway, my channel has 14 subscribers, so it's not very important. I could just skip for a week. It wouldn't bother me too much. So I could just stop doing a book review video for a week. It's okay. What else do I have to read? Actually, I'm reading for my Goodread challenge. My Goodread challenge was at 120 books. Yeah, I know that's looping, but that's because when I worked every day from 9 to 5, or sometimes from 8 to 9, like very long hour, I would basically manage to read at least that much. And now that I'm actually just making YouTube videos and taking care of things here and actually writing and sort of being like my own boss, I don't have time to read that much. So if you check out my Goodread, I don't have that much book up for my challenge. I don't know if I'm going to reach 120. I might try to read 60, but that's going to be a hard work. So missing a week piss me off a little bit. And the thing is, um, I don't have to read it. I just do it because that's something I want to do. I think it's worthy for me, like it has some value for me to read that many books. And that the flow of reading, that pushing yourself to read more, is beneficial for your brain in many, many ways. So that's why I'm doing that. So even that, actually, I could stop reading for that. Okay, I could stop reading. Then there is a book review that I'm doing with Rishika. So we are basically due to finish a book by the 27th and put an extra book review on both our channel. So I have a duty to her, not to bail on her, basically. So she's doing the artist way too. She has like, she basically do every 2 days, I think, videos. She has like multiple day and on-one videos about what she's doing. So you can go check that out too. And if she decides that she wants to do the reading deprivation, I totally agree. Like, I wouldn't do the review, I wouldn't read the book, I would just, okay, let's stop reading for the length of like week 4. And I would agree, like, I would let her do that, and I wouldn't mind. So if she wants to stop reading because of the artist way, it's fine with me. Actually, I'm gonna ask that to her what she thinks about it. She hasn't put her thought about the chapter yet, so yeah. So, okay, I can just stop that too, maybe, if she's agree. And then I'm moderator in multiple Facebook group. Yeah. So if I stop reading what people post, I can't moderate properly. So yeah, that's a little bit of a problem. I could delegate and have other moderator, like tell the other moderator, I'm sorry guys, I can't be there for a week, so please do it without me, and I'm sure they would be perfectly happy to have me gone for a week, and they will handle the groups for a week. But so that's a duty I could just get rid of. So I could stop reading. No. And the other thing is, as I said, I'm in solitude. So if I stop reading anything on my social medias, I can't talk to anyone except my husband. That is something I need to consider, because okay, that's a minimal amount of reading, just talking to people on social media, answering to comments on my Facebook, on my YouTube, not here because you see there's no comment, but on my YouTube channel, my other one. I mean, if I stop answering people for a week, they might go away, and like that's not easy to grow a YouTube channel, first of all. So I don't want to alienate people by just ignoring them. I also have several, well, actually, at the moment the vampire blog hop is sort of dead, so I don't have to read that. But that's the one I organized. So if the vampire blog hop wasn't dead, I would have to read people's posts. It's only one other person than me, but yeah. But it's dead at the moment, so I don't have to do that. But on Sunday I have to read and comment on blog posts from other people, because I do that on mine, so it's common courtesy to comment on them. I haven't been doing it religiously, so I'm already hating myself because I haven't been doing it religiously recently for the last few months. But technically, yeah, that's something I have to read, so I could just skip for 1 week more. Why the hell not? Yeah. So it wouldn't be like, and also it's not only that. It's like, say, newspaper, TV, no newspaper, without distraction, against our sensory world. So no newspaper, no novel, no television. So yeah, I have been, well, I'm not reading newspaper. I have been sort of news free since I arrived in Japan. I have been TV free since I moved to Ireland. No, I was already TV free at university. So I have been TV free for 15 years? Yeah, probably. With the only exception when I actually visit people, like when I visit my parents or my husband's parents or grandmother and they are watching TV, I'll watch with them. But basically any other time I'm TV free. So yeah. So that's about reading deprivation, what it would do to me. So yeah, it's absolutely possible if I want to be completely isolated from the world and not talk to anyone for a week. People might wonder what's going on with me, but I can do that. Or I can just would keep just talking to people, even if it's written. I could actually go non-reading. So I have a resistance to do it because, heck, it's troublesome, but it's a possibility. But here is what bugs the hell out of me. So it's basically telling you that you need to deprive yourself from reading out of everything else, basically, so that you can make space for other things. So you have a list of things that you're going to be able to do if you don't read. Listen to music. Actually, that's something I rarely do, unless I'm like, yeah, I don't listen to music consciously. Like I'm not gonna like I used to have constant Japanese music when I was learning Japanese, like 24 hours, 7. But I haven't done that in a very while. Make curtains. No, I wouldn't do that. I've got curtains and they're good enough. Like if that means sewing, I could make doll clothes. I have doll clothes I've been meaning to make, so I could do that. Where's the dog? Well, I don't have a dog. I don't have a pet, so Source closet. I actually did that a few weeks ago. So like I did it when I came back from Hawaii. So it was even before I started that. Pay bills. No, I do that regularly. Like they come out, they get paid directly. So no. Write old friends. Yeah, I could try that. Actually, I recently contacted one person that I might not have met for 23 years. Can you imagine that? So I could do that, but I already sort of did it. Repot some plants. I only have a muget and he doesn't need repot right now. No, he's going to be very unhappy if I do that. Mend. No, I don't have any mending to do. Knit. Yeah, I could do some knitting. Actually, I've been doing the crocheting, so that's a possibility. Cook. It's something I do every day. Fix the bike. No, my bike actually don't need fixing. Watercolor. Yeah, I could do that. Rewire the lamp. No, I don't need that. Paint the bedroom. I'm in an apartment that I'm renting, so I cannot do that. Rearrange the kitchen. Same. It's like all the furniture off. Workout. Yeah, I could definitely do a workout. Why not? Meditate. I'm already having my meditation time set up, so I don't need that. Having friends to dinner. Yeah, if someone wanna come around, come here. Get the stereo working. I don't have one. Sort of bookshelf. Yeah. Actually, all my books are packed. And I was meaning to get them out. But like, if I'm gonna sort bookshelf, I'm gonna read the freaking books and I'm not supposed to read. Go dancing. Yeah, not a bad one either. I'm not really the type of person who go to clubs. Like, once in a while is okay, but like, I haven't done it for a long time and the extrovert part of it just don't resonate with me so much. So I'm pretty sure I could find a lot of things, like I could reorganize my dolls, I could change my doll clothes, I could take doll picture, I could play the piano, I could make videos, like a lot of extra video. I have like 2 boxes to open. I'm going to open this one today. Like by the time you see the video, it's already open, I guess. I have like a lot of things I could do if I'm not like I could do my novel, but that involved reading, so it's like 1 week delay of my work on my novel too, which I don't really want to go through. Like, so yeah, so am I going to do the reading deprivation? No. After all that, the conclusion is still no. Like, I showed that I could do it, and I showed my resistance to it. And so let me explain my resistance to it. First of all, you have seen my Goodread list, 120 books that should have been written this year. It's already September and I'm not there. And why, you might ask? Well, because reading deprivation, technically. Like, if I'm not reading as much as I used to do, it's because I have been reading deprived. So there is no point of adding reading deprivation to that. What is reading deprivation actually going to do to me? Probably nothing. Okay, so let me back a little bit that. I have been watching actualize.org videos, and in one of the videos, I don't even remember which one, I'm gonna try to find it and put it in the description, but I cannot guarantee I can find that. It talks about ascetic life and how you're going to be closer to your consciousness, being more conscious if you actually deprive yourself from things. So you just pick one thing and you deprive yourself from that, and you're going to be closer to yourself. And I think that's exactly what they want you to do in the reading deprivation thing. Problem is, I don't think cutting off reading is a good strategy. If you check out the statistic of how many people read books in this time and age, it's dramatically low. I know hundreds of people who would never open a book in a year. I know some people who haven't read a book in 10 years. I know some people who haven't read a book in 33 years at least. Like, all my life, never read a book. Yeah, I know people like that. And those reading like, for those people, reading deprivation would be really, really easy. Doesn't mean it's effective. I don't think so. The thing with reading is, the power of reading is like, you are actually absorbing information, especially like I'm going to talk about just reading novels. Imagine I just stop reading novels. First of all, I'm way delayed. I haven't read enough this year. Second of all, it's really important for me as a writer to read. Everybody's going to tell you that. The majority of people don't read enough. So what the point of deprivate yourself from reading if you already don't read enough? I'm reading a lot and still don't think I read enough. If you want to have this ascetic style, like, miss something to get closer to yourself, there is a lot of other things you can cut off for your life that are way less beneficial than reading. Technically, instead of cutting reading, just cut sugar. Instead of going a week without reading, just go a month without soda. It would have exactly the same effect on you. I can guarantee that. I mean, if you stop, like I did two things. I did one raw food month and I did one fasting month. The raw food month got me as close to myself as the fasting months did. Probably a little bit, well, maybe the fasting did a little bit more because I was also weak, a little bit more than when I was. So I was also energy deprived. I was food deprived and energy deprived. The raw food only was just food deprived and envious of what other people were eating. That's something you don't have when you fast. When you fast, you don't care because you can eat like an entire turkey in front of you. You wouldn't give a shit, especially if you're on day 20 or whatever. So there is a lot of crap in your life, a lot of crappy habit in your life that you can cut off. Why do you have to cut off reading? I mean, I understand television because it's basically hypnotic stupidity. You just start watching a channel and then you're just like watching without doing anything, without moving. You might even start watching stuff you don't like and you're still watching it. I know, I used to do that. I would just wake up in the morning during the weekend, take my breakfast in front of the TV, and stay there all day. Why the fuck not? I have nothing else to do, right? And it blow your brain. It blows your brain cell because it doesn't have as much value as words. But reading is not a bad habit. I mean, if you only read social media, yeah, it's crappy because you have all the stupid shit people say, you have the stupid comments, you have the stupid posts, you have the misinformation, you have all that crap. But if you're just reading a novel on your free time because it's your pastime, I mean, that's sort of beneficial for you. There is nothing wrong with reading. And I think that's why it gets so much resistance from people, because even a person like me, I could just stop reading for a week just to see what happened. But I'm not gonna do it because I just know it's pointless. And yeah, she's covering her ass by saying that people are going to say it's pointless, but it's actually worthy, blah blah blah. And I'm like, why? Like, do you have any proof? Do you have any proof that if a person is actually stop reading for a week, it's going to bring her own words out? I don't think so. I think if people actually would to read more books, they would be more proficient in expressing themselves. Right? They would know more words, they would know more sentence structure. I mean, how many people don't understand passive form? Seriously. So yeah, that's the last part of this chapter. And personally, I'm not going to do it. I'm reading Tower of Dawn. It should have been finished by now. I have to read Breach of Terabithia. If Rishika still wants to read it, I'm going to read it for the 27th. And basically that's it. I'm not going to do that part of the chapter. So yeah, I won't have any input about how worthwhile it was for me, because not doing it. But like, deprivation of something is good for you to become more conscious. Just choose wisely what you are going to deprive yourself from. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to cut off. I could cut off something. I'm going to think about it, and if I cut off something, I'll tell you guys. But otherwise, I'm not going to do it. So that's my reason for not doing it. So yeah, I could do it, but hell no, thank you very much. Anyway, don't forget to leave me your comment in the comment section below. I know this video is freaking long, and I'm sorry about that. I had a lot to say about the chapter. I think they get longer and longer every time, especially when I disagree. Yeah. I can't even cut sugar because I'm not even having much sugar. I don't even drink soda. Oh crap. Anyway, subscribe and see you next time for something else. Have fun whenever you don't read. Bye.